Now before we add data ourselves into the MongoDB Atlas, first of all we are going to create model for all of our users on sign up. So inside this signup.js API, inside API folder, I'm going to import our chat model. And after this, we are going to create our chat model. So new chat model. And again, the user is going to be user._id. And the chats is going to be empty array. And we're going to save it. And for now, inside the auth.js file, we are going to import our chat model to create the model for the users who are already signed up. And here I'm going to rename it to chat model. And chat model. So if no chat model, we are going to create one. The chats is going to be empty array and we are going to save it. So now if I go to my localhost server and refresh, and I'm going to sign up with Jando first at gmail.com. And now if I refresh my MongoDB Atlas, you can see right now we do not have any chats model. I'm going to refresh. And now you can see we have the chats right here. And inside this, we have this model for Jando. And I'm going to create one for Inder Singh user as well now. And log out. And if I refresh, and now we have chat models for both of these users. So the first model here is of Jandos and the second one is of Inder. So we are going to copy its ID, the user one, not the underscore ID field, the user. And I'm going to copy it. And I'm going to paste it inside a notepad. So this one is Jando. And paste. And I'm going to copy the ID for this second one Inder. Copy. And I'm only doing this so that we have some data to work with when we start working on the layout. That's why we are adding the data inside the MongoDB Atlas ourselves. And inside these chats, we are going to add an array element. So click on this plus icon right here and select add array element to chats. And the first element here is going to be an object. So if you go to the model, you can see chats is an array. And inside this, we have an object with this property messages with and messages array. So first one is going to be an object. And inside this object, we are going to have a property of object ID, messages with. So inside this messages with, this ID is going to be of the user who we are messaging. So I'm going to add the ID of Inder. So this chat is going to be with Inder. And after this messages with, we are going to have messages array. So messages, and its type is going to be array. So inside this array, again, if I go to the model, you can see right here we have an object with these properties right here. So here we are going to select an object. And the first property inside this object is message. I'm going to type in hi. After this message, we are going to have a field of sender. Its type is object ID. And we are not going to use the defaults. So sender is going to be Jando. Just copy it from here. So receiver is going to be Inder. So I'm going to again select the object ID from here and copy the ID of Inder and paste. So after this, you can see we have the date. Its type is date. So for the date, what I'm going to do is click on this update for now and go to any model. So let's select the post. And what I'm going to do is select the date from this model right here, created at, from this post. So MongoDB stores dates in a special format. So it's better to use the format they support. Inside the messages, let's click on this pencil icon. And after this receiver, I'm going to add date. Select the type of date from here. and paste in the date, and it is showing an error. Make sure to not add any spaces inside the date and date. So what we did was, inside the chats, we added in a chat an object. It has a messages with property and messages array. And inside that array, we have a message. Message is hi, sender is Jando, receiver is Inder, and date is added right here. And also I'm going to paste this date inside the notepad. So we also have to add this chat object inside the Inder's model. So if I go to this added document, and now inside these chats, again we are going to add an array element. Again it is going to be an object. And first property is going to be messages with, and it is going to be an object ID. Select the object ID. And now inside this messages with, we are going to have the ID of Jando. So here, copy and paste. So after this messages with, we have an messages array. Select an array from here. And inside this array, we have an object. So select an object. Now the first property again is message. We received hi. Make sure it is the same, just like you added inside the model of Jando. And after this message, we have the sender. It is an object ID. And here again, it is going to be Jando's ID. So copy. The receiver is we ourselves. So for the receiver, it is in there. We are going to add his ID here. Again, an object ID. Select, copy and paste. And for the date again, we are going to add the date copied. Where is the date? Here. And now for the date, let's copy this one right here. And update. So now what I'm going to do is go back to the localhost, and also we're going to create a model for Jando. We haven't created that yet. And log out. So now if I refresh, and now you can see we have a third one. So now in the next video, we are going to start working on the layout for the messages page, and I will see you there.